What up, everybody? Oops. Let's go.
Oh, just what up? We're just what up and everybody.
What up?
What's cracking, God Free?
Nothing much. We are just live. We got a special guest tonight. We got a lot of stuff to do. We'll get this out the way. Get you your little Funkin 10 for at the House of Rags. Don't want to forget that. We'll pop it up every now and then, but it is right there. Bottom promo. Funkin 10. House of Rags.
House of Rags.
House of Rags, baby. Get them bio bombs, baby.
What's cracking, man? What do you think about the background? Try to pick my side tonight for the potential battle that's going down on the pod.
I didn't know you were a Ketchup guy.
It's not that, man. I like to support our people, and to be honest with you, it was one of the three color selections that I'll have available for my lighting. So he got lucky.
I also picked the red Liquid Death to show my support.
Okay. Well, if we don't know, if people aren't aware of this, Guyver is a huge advocate of Liquid Death, drinks it all the time, prefers it over regular water.
They do have a regular water though too, which I do.
No,
the white can.
We're not doing this right now. It's too early.
That is regular water.
1 minute and 30 seconds in right now. You're already trying to get me going.
Hold on, let me see. Is there red dye 40 in here?
Period.
There's no red dye 40. There's no bread in this either. There's no bread. There's no bread.
No red 40, no blue 40.
Yeah.
I'm on a whole other path, man. I don't even want to get started with it right now. You guys will probably just chop me up. Some people will take my side, but other people will chop me up. But I'm going crazy on the eating good kick and all that stuff.
Is the guest a founder and creator of combined ketchup and mustard come up with Grey Poupon? I certainly hope so. Grey Poupon. I do like Grey Poupon, actually. Team Mustard. We got people in already. Team Relish. That wasn't a choice, sir, but thank you for coming to the show.
David's doing the thing. I respect that.
Team Relish.
Heck yeah, man. Relish is a sleeper.
Yeah, but yeah. Well, if you didn't read the description, we weren't actually talking about mustard and ketchup, but there's a play on it. So without further ado, we are going to bring our guest in here. And this would be we call him Darin, M18 Darin Bassett. Give him a round of applause.
What's going on, Darin? How are you, brother?
Thank you. Good. How are you?
Can't complain. Another day in paradise. Doing a live pod with the Godfrey. Couldn't be in a better spot on a Tuesday night at 9:00 with all my people in the chat and the God free.
That's right. That is correct. Couldn't be in a better spot. You couldn't have said it better yourself. Right?
Constantly bringing the heat with the new T-shirts every week, man. I feel like I got to start working it into the budget now.
The A-team. Someone called me out for my Mac T-shirt. Oh, and I got permission from management. They said, as far as last week, they said I don't have to issue an apology, but I would like to apologize for those who didn't listen correctly to the show.
Hold on. Time out. When you go to make an apology, you can't say that you don't have the way you just worded that is why people didn't understand what you were saying last week during the podcast.
Listen,
might have something to do with the post that you made about the podcast. You might not read or think twice before you say things.
I don't apologize if you don't understand Godfreyonics. That's all I got to say. So
there's a thing.
Without further ado, if you didn't listen,
it's been a while since we had a public apology on the podcast. Godfrey, the floor is yours.
Well, no, I got permission from management. They said I don't have to apologize. They said I can do whatever I want, and so I'm gonna double down. And I'm sorry you didn't listen correctly because all the guests on there felt like they didn't hear what you heard. So have a nice day. All right,
let's shoot for another one this week.
Let's shoot for another.
Just hating on the constructive criticism of the pod.
Yeah. Well, listen, speaking of constructive and criticism and doing things in order, we're gonna introduce Darin here properly. Because I did get some constructive criticism that I did not let that go long enough last week, and I would not make that mistake 2 times in a row. So, Darin, I've met on TikTok through using Bio Bombs, one of the great products in Thor's lineup, our lineup, bars, and through a buddy Stan and all these guys, and the worlds have just collided. I don't know. I've probably been seeing Darin for at least a year, probably on and off.
Is Stan the man the way this whole little trifecta is happening this evening? Standing.
I would say to say it might have been the inspiration of that, so to speak. Yeah.
Shout out to Stan, by the way. Made a killer video earlier this week.
Yep.
That was pretty dope.
Appreciate everybody out there making videos for us. We are highly flattered when you guys do that.
Yeah, we do actually call each other like, yo, did you see this shit?
Yeah. No, we really appreciate people's efforts making videos and taking their time out of their day to do that and represent the love they have for our product. We can't complain. I'll just ask you real quick though, Darin. What is your favorite BioBar scent? We'll just get it out the way because I know you're a fan of them. Bio air freshener bar. Which is your favorite?
Dude, I like the Vita C, dude.
I love that.
Wow,
Bro.
we got a
I
Vitus.
love that. I love that. Good for you, bro.
It
I
smells
agree.
like the 90s.
I agree,
I got in
man.
my truck earlier. I was like, dude, this reminds me of jumping on the trampoline, Sunny D in the hand.
Love that.
Dude,
Back in the day when you could drink Sunny D without knowing it was full bunch of shit that's going to kill you.
exactly.
My
But
bad.
before
I
it
try-
was loaded with a bunch of shit.
I
that
know,
was
but I
even
try so
bigger.
hard not to go down.
Here's
that
what
route.
will
It's
ruin
just-
Sunny D for everyone.
it's just
It's
who
going
I-
to kill you. You
I
can't
have
drink Sunny D anymore. You're going to die.
I have to be who I am, man. I feel like if I don't do this, I'm not being honest with myself and to the people out there. And I feel like sometimes you have the ability to be able to influence somebody else on something they might not have, the knowledge on or whatever. Sunny D is pretty bad stuff. You shouldn't drink it. But vitamin
I
C.
do like the sugar plum daddies.
Sugar
Oh.
plum. Listen, sugar plum. We've heard a lot of complaints from people. Not even complaints, really like, "Yo, can you bring it back?" It was a very popular scent during the holidays. I'll be honest with you. It was one of those ones I feel like you could get away without being a holiday scent.
No, I agree. It's definitely it should be a mainstay. And I know a lot of people agree with me on that. It's in my
All
wife's
right.
car right now. So
All right.
Yeah,
Listen, if the customer keeps saying what they need, I mean, obviously we're gonna have to bring it back to them. So on that same topic, Chris brought up an interesting comment here. He said, "When the new scents be dropping?" Well, to be honest with you, I'm not releasing that information yet. But
what a teaser! He's basically
but I
F
can
you.
confirm. I can confirm with you that stuff is coming. So keep your
this just in, no
yeah.
information.
Exactly. Listen, springtime's coming. I mean, obviously, a lot of you people in the chat, outside of you being some of the most attractive people I see on the internet, you're also some of the brightest because you're sitting back hanging out with us. So you guys get the drift. They're coming sooner than later.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So I think you guys will like it. Definitely. I don't know, man. I would say that it's probably a little different than what we normally come out with. So
I'm probably so far behind the comments, but that was so good because I seen the comment before it.
which one was that?
Oh man, I love our people. Drago, what up? J Farm, what up?
Wow, this is one I haven't heard
was
right here.
good. Celtic was good, brother.
Mix the vitamin C and vanilla cream. I haven't heard that
Ooh.
one.
Oh yeah, that's that orange cream, baby. Cherry vanilla, orange vanilla. We got Daniel from Flawless, his favorite mix, which is iced squashed ice, however you want to say it.
Can you explain to me why vitamin C is a superior bar?
I thought we went over this. Have you smelled it? Like that should be enough information for you.
Vitamin C is a sleeper, man. I feel like it's one of those scents that
It is.
doesn't get the love that it deserves, truthfully.
I always feel like it's because it's probably our most normal name out of all of our scents, and that's why it gets a little underhyped. You know what I mean? Because I feel really it's the name, personally. But that's just my theory.
Then we got to do a name change.
Maybe do a re-release.
Oh man,
what do they want? Orange juice nut, dude?
Orange juice nut. Wow.
I mean,
didn't know that was a thing. I guess that would be pulp.
I'm trying to set records every week. Right now, we're at 9 minutes and went crazy. So, I mean, typically we usually give it another 40 before this happens. But hey, whatever.
Yeah. So Darin is jack of all trades here. He details. He creates content. He tints windows. He turns a wrench every now and then. And rumor is sometimes he gives Floby haircuts, but we'll see. I had to teach him what a Floby was. Some of these dudes were like, "What's a Floby?" I was like,
"Shut
man,
up,
I'm
really?"
a little older. And I had to.
Dude, they don't know.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the shit that makes me feel old, man.
Did you get a Floby haircut ever when you were a kid? Well, I didn't.
First of all, for the record, just so everybody knows, I lost my hair when I was 19. All right.
So your mom wasn't cutting your hair at 19. When you were 15, were you getting the Flobies?
Nah, so sadly, like I had really cool hair in my life. I would say when I was like 0 to like 5 or 6, and then from like 7 until like probably 13, I had the worst haircut you could possibly imagine. My parents, I don't think they loved me when I was a kid. I mean, I don't mean that really, but I think back at the way they used to let me walk around, and I almost like if I wasn't growing as an individual, I would probably have a really big complex about my parents not really loving me when I was a child for letting me walk around the way they let me walk around. It was wild, dude. Some of the shit I see myself in was crazy.
I need a picture of this.
Dude, I would never. You did never. They're not even at my crib. You couldn't even.
I am
around
gonna
in my
go.
house.
I'm gonna go to like yearbook.com and try to find his middle school picture.
Listen,
got like a gap tooth, like
dude, it's so wild. I had such a run. It was so my parents dropped me in my high school in 9th grade, and I firmly remember my mom was still saying it. I'm probably still damaged by it. That's why I remember it so well or whatever. But she was like, "Oh, you'll be fine. Nobody knows each other in high school." You know what I mean? Now, meanwhile, like I was getting dropped off an hour and a half before the doors opened up at school, so I had to sit outside, and then I would get picked up an hour and a half, 2 hours after school every day because we were like moving and we weren't ready to move yet, and I had to switch school districts or whatever. It was the worst. And on top of that, they had me going to school looking dusty as hell.
they thought
it was bad, dude.
They thought
it was bad.
They thought you were a homeless kid living in the theater, like behind the stage or something like that.
I don't even want to scroll through the comments right now because I want to imagine what people are saying.
Oh my god,
it's going off in there.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. Hold on, I mean this one's especially good for you. Christian, did you have a gender neutral bowl cut?
Yo, it was a mushroom cut, dog.
Oh my god,
no.
straight up. Yep, and then I had really cool hair from when I was like 13, 14, probably 14 to like 19.
I don't think we're ever gonna make a bar that smells like spray wax dog. Just saying, probably a good venture there, but I mean, Jesus.
I mean, listen, Wax is making a comeback. Eddie got that huge video with all, you know what I mean? He's got tons of views on this video for his wax. I mean,
nice.
Listen,
I'm talking about the scent, not the spray wax. I'm talking about the scent, like dog.
Man, I'll tell you my secret scent that I really want. I want to get some type of like tobacco-y, like good kind of like beard shit, like something along that like line.
It's got to be like
that's something
when you walk into a cigar shop and it's not overpowering. It has like that sweet tobacco smell when you first walk in.
Sweet
not
tobacco.
The one
unburned.
Yeah, it can't be the one when you walk into your grandpa's VFW like tobacco smell where there's been like a million cigars smoked in there. That's the bad
one. No. Like even like I have like this memory of this like dude when I was younger. He used to have like plum trees and blueberries and shit like that, like 2 or 3 houses over from where I grew up at. His name was Mr. Forrester. Rest in peace. This dude passed probably almost 35 years ago at this point. But dude used to rock his pants up here with the suspenders, with the plaid shirt on or whatever. And he would just be puffing on like, not the corn cob pipe. He had one of those, but he had like one of them classic grandpappy type of joints. And I just remember being a kid smelling that tobacco. And I'm like, man, this is like, that dude's cool as shit. He wears his pants real high, but outside of that, he's pretty cool.
So Darin, what got you into? So you're doing, we call you your name is M18 Darin. Obviously, that has something to do with Milwaukee. We're talking about ketchup versus mustard, so we're going to bring up the debate later. But what got you into? You did detailing. It seems like at first, you did say you won Detailer of the Year in your county last year. I didn't know about that. So
yeah,
that's pretty dope, dude.
So basically, I was in the market for a new polisher. And I had been using a Flex for a number of years, probably 7 or 8 years. And I was like, oh, it's time to, get a new polisher. I'll buy into the Rupes hype. And so I got a Rupes, and coming from a gear-driven machine to a free spinning machine kind of really threw me off. And then as soon as I got the Rupes, Milwaukee released their cordless polisher, and I was like, dude, it's time. I sold that Rupes so quick, picked up the Milwaukee, and then it was just all downhill from there. And I just started making videos and posts on their public groups, and that's pretty much it.
Nice. So
that's where M18 comes from, I would imagine.
Yes.
Yep.
What are you going to do when they step it up to like higher volts? You're just going to keep the 18 for a throwback? Because like they're higher than 18 now, don't they?
Well, they do have a bigger line, but it's more for like contractor grade tools.
Gotcha.
But they have made the promise to keep the M18 alive, and with them having the patent for 18-volt lithium-ion tool batteries, I don't see them changing that because they get enough money from other companies for that. So
Okay. Real fast. If you guys hear snoring in the background, that's my 12-and-a-half-year-old Basset Hound who's sleeping underneath my feet, and she's
I
having
was wondering who that was because
what it
Darin
is.
has an older dog too, and I'm like, is that his pit or is
I'm
that
pretty
a
I'm pretty
Basset
sure.
Hound?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Adele. She's like literally like right here.
I hear that. I'm like, what? I'm like,
It's gonna happen every time we're paying attention to somebody talking. You're gonna hear her snoring.
there you go. We'll deal with it. So, that's cool. So you started detailing. Just if I'm following the timeline here, that's why you started liking Milwaukee. You started detailing. You know, I know you could turn a wrench. Did you work on cars then detail, or did you detail then start working on cars? Like, how did you get
So
into that?
I've been cleaning cars professionally since I was like 16.
Okay.
So almost half my life I've been cleaning cars. We used to have I had a
How old are you now, bro?
SVT. I'm 30.
Okay.
So I had a Focus SVT. I mean, they're pretty rare-ish cars. They only made like 12,000 of them, and always had it super clean. And we used to have little car gatherings at my house, and people just started asking me to wash and
Sure, your
detail their
parents love
cars.
that.
Yeah. Well, my mom was in on it too. She had a Focus ST, so
That's what's up.
she's
I
always
got a
been
buddy
into
that's got one
cars.
now.
Yeah, she used to race back when she was my age, so
That's dope.
that's how my parents met.
Nice. So how'd your parents meet?
Drag racing and
That's dope.
just at the drag strip and
That's dope,
whatnot.
dude.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
pretty cool.
Cool.
My mom's friends used to have her drive their cars, and then they would just bet, and then people would always take the bet because there's no way this girl's gonna beat me, and then she'd just,
Smoke them. That's so dope, dude. That's
Did
the
you
coolest
guys
shit ever.
say like a lot of racing lines in the house? Like, were you quoting Days of Thunder and Talladega Nights and stuff like that? Like, if you ain't first, you're last.
I still do.
Yeah, Days of Thunder.
Catch Me,
Like, is Days of
Too
Thunder a
Fast, Too
classic one?
Furious, all that.
Okay. Yep.
I
So
don't
that's
think I've seen Days of Thunder, but
you have to. It's a classic for
It's a
racing,
good.
in my opinion.
Yeah, it's worth
In my
checking
opinion.
out. It is.
It's kind of more drama filled, but like just classic lines in there, and
It's
you
young.
got
It's young Tom. You know what I mean? Before
Yeah.
Scientology and all that nonsense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was like a true
Before all the
story. My
actors start
dad was a
telling us their
salesperson
feelings.
for assurance back in the day, and like I was 9 years old, so his way of babysitting me is he took me to the movie theater, and I saw 2 Days of Thunder 2 times in a row. I'm not joking. Yeah,
that's funny.
I remember
I think about that now. I was like, that's some irresponsible shit, you know.
I watched Days of Thunder. I think Days of Thunder didn't Days of Thunder on 4th of July, Born on the 4th of July. Didn't they come out like really close to each other?
No, Days of Thunder is slightly before it. You're talking about Independence Day?
No, I'm talking about Born on the 4th of July.
They might have been right around each other.
I think they were really close.
It was it might Born on 4th of July I think was a little bit before it.
Yeah, I think I watched both of those movies in the same day when I was homesick. One of the 5 times I was allowed to be homesick from like my entire childhood. I think I was like on my deathbed. Once again, I'm going back to my childhood trauma, my baby.
Yeah. So
getting way too comfortable with y'all.
That's interesting. So drag racing. So you're into cars because of that, and then you're telling me that you do a lot of window tinting these days, and you still do about 100 details a year, but you said really you do more window tinting these days than detailing. How did you decide to transition from there, from the detailing more toward the window tinting? Because I know there's some people that kind of try to do that in this space where they want to move away completely from detailing and go to tinting, or diversify what they offer and go into tinting. Yeah, how did you kind of like make that jump?
You got
absolutely. So, no, hand cut mafia.
No shit. Okay.
If you can't hand cut, you have no business tinting.
Wow.
Here
we go.
I have no business
Here we
speaking
go.
on it. I just pay cats to get it done because I need to have a drop in the front of every one of my vehicles, and I need to have my windows done. That's just me.
That's funny.
So I was working at this glass shop. I was doing detailing and then whatever. Like I would do windshield chip repairs and stuff like that. And we had a subcontracted tinner that was there all the time, and he had offered me an apprentice job at one point. This was probably 6 years ago, and I worked with him for a long while, but he only wanted clean and prep. So after a year of cleaning windows and prepping door panels, pulling seals and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, I want to learn. But he didn't want to teach me because that would cut into his profit, his bottom line, which
Thanks.
it
Nice.
is what it is.
That's the rule in the game, though, man. You got to teach people. They're going to leave you eventually. If you're a
Exactly.
detailer, if you have a guy for 5 years, man, you consider yourself lucky. After that, you got to set them free, man.
I mean, did you when you started detailing? I mean, tinting more. Did you go in there and drop a roll on the floor and be like, "I've arrived," and walked out? Just like, "Yo, what's up? I'm here. Should have taught me. What's up?" Was it like,
So basically, he lost a store. That just how that went.
mm,
I mean, either you go to the bathroom or get off the pot, dude. So
You could say shit on this podcast.
okay.
Yeah, you.
"Should or get off the pot?"
Godfrey
Yeah, I
drops,
mean, well,
Godfrey drops 15 F-bombs every episode.
I mean, we
Like,
just,
you're perfectly fine.
yeah. I mean, that's true, right? All I know is this. You got. Hold on. Let's take a moment. Is Adele still? Hold on.
She is.
There it is. It was a little bit of one. All right, cool. We're back.
She's still there. I keep trying to like nudge the bed under my feet to see if I can like snap her out of her deep sleep to like get her to at least stop, and she's just not even responding at all.
Well, all I know is window tinting I can never do. So
I tried.
I will not do it. I will pay someone. I see people all the time have these disasters where they try to tint their porch or they try to tint the the back window is always a disaster. I notice, and I'm like, oh man, that's cool. I didn't know you got the bubble tint. Like that's what I always say. I'm like, that is awful, and it's just
That's
I don't even want to touch
economy program.
Yeah, no, man, it's
Do it yourselfers with the bubbles.
So
all
do you
over.
ever get people that want you to do tints outside of windows, like their porch, maybe, or certain windows in the house, like some specialty tints? Because I know people do that.
Yeah, I've done a few courthouses, like judges' offices. I've done their windows. I did a school. Yeah, I mean, I get people that call, but not all the time that they want to pay the price. I mean, the film's not cheap, and with like house glass, you can't use automotive film because they're double paned, and the gas can make it could ruin the whole window. You could break the glass. So
there you go.
People don't really realize that.
That's a great share right there, dude. We're gonna make a clip out of that thing. That's a great
So-
thing. How you feel about ceramic tint, real fast? I don't want to interrupt.
That's all I use.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
They
gonna
don't
actually.
have another option.
Yeah, I haven't got any yet in any of my vehicles, but I'm actually gonna get my one truck stripped. I'm gonna try to get ceramic tint put on it.
There's a lot of companies out here that claim ceramic, and you just got to look at the numbers. I mean, the numbers don't lie. So
Out where?
when they have like a test, they have like test percentages. The total solar energy reduction is what you're looking for. What brand of ceramic tint do I use? I use GeoShield, and I'm looking at getting some Apex because their numbers look very good. So I'm actually going to the Apex training here tomorrow. It starts tomorrow. So
Nice.
Nice. That's what's up.
Okay. I like it. So, oh wait, I had to. Where's this? Someone said something, and you really need to see this. I appreciate it. Apparently last week I had my F-bomb filter on. We had the ladies on. Apparently, that's the audience noticed there wasn't as many F-bombs. It might have been instinctual.
Who would have known? Who would have known? Godfrey cleans his act up in front of the ladies.
There you go. So, yep. So that's cool. So you're doing a lot of tinting now. So, but I know you still use it. So let's talk about the ketchup versus mustard, the Milwaukee versus Dewalt. Now we will have a ketchup question later on the show, but so as soon as everybody saw, they were like, "We're going to be talking about condiments the whole show." I was like, "Nah, we're not." And I just wanted everybody to see that because I knew they would say that. And he did. I didn't even realize the little thumbnail. The dude put the 20 ounce on there, I think, to talk about 20 volt. Like I was like, why did he put 20 ounce on there? So it was a little play on that. Smart on the thumbnail guy to think about it. And You know,
Yeah, that was good.
obviously we know where you're going to go here, but tell us why you feel Milwaukee is better than Dewalt or ketchup is better than mustard, because we obviously know which way you're going to go, but tell us why.
Milwaukee really has the lock on the automotive game. I mean, when it comes to construction, I mean, Dewalt may have a few better tools for that niche, but in the automotive space, there's no competition for Milwaukee. I mean, they're constantly developing and making sure that they release the best product for the task at hand. So, and plus they don't have to pay DeWalt for their batteries. So
there you go.
like
So,
the other way around.
So DeWalt has to pay Milwaukee for their batteries, right?
Well, no, that's why they put 20 volt. It's actually an 18 volt battery, but they put 20 volts so they don't have to pay for the patent.
Wow.
So they don't get sued.
Nice. So
like
another
overseas,
knowledge drop.
Overseas, if you buy a DeWalt tool, it'll actually say 18 volt because the government has banned them from false information.
Oh, you mean kind of like how our government lets us sneak poison into our foods as we destroy our society?
Absolutely.
All
Like
right,
here we go.
DHT,
making sure we're on the same page.
titanium
I'm telling you,
dioxide.
it's getting bad.
Hello. Red dye's here at the door. Hello. I'd like to come in real quick.
I'm ready. Come on. Let's go.
It's
Come
so
on
true
in.
though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man, I could totally see that. So obviously you talked about you like the Milwaukee polisher better, and you said you really haven't used the DeWalt, or you've just seen it, but like
Not many people use the DeWalt cordless polisher. I'm pretty sure
No.
no one knows that it even exists.
Yeah.
because they have such a lock on that part in general. Now, I do hear people say,
so.
I do hear the argument is, I'm never going to go cordless. I'm always going to go corded. Obviously, you prefer cordless after talking that. So,
they haven't tried one.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying if you're saying, listen, you haven't really tried the best one. If you got to go with the cord, because people are afraid of running out of power, and and that's what I hear. So.
I mean, that's not a problem for me. I have more batteries than I can shake a stick at.
That's the thing to me, right? Like, if you're going to make the investment into cordless, you have to get a machine that you feel like is going to hold up and hold, whatever standards you have for what you want from a machine. Try them before you buy them, whatever it might be. Get references by people in the community. But to me, it's like I never, ever in my life got anything with batteries and didn't have enough to stay going. Like, to me, that's just wild. It's like getting like, a plunge cut tool or something like from Harbor Freight that's got the battery attached to it. You got a charger from the back of the thing. It's like, yo, I'll cut one door jamb with this and like I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, what is the point of having this? Like,
yeah.
So it's almost like the battery matters more than the tool itself. Like, you want that good battery technology.
Sure.
And if you have bad battery technology, the tool is going to be bad. I mean, that's just how it is.
Sure. I mean, the power is going to matter. So,
cordless is the new flex though, man. Like, everybody's going with it. And to me, it's a no-brainer. Like, I don't hardly use a polisher anymore or whatever. I got a flex. I barely ever use the thing. But like, if I was in the game every day polishing cars, I would have whatever cordless polisher. I mean, Liquid Element's got a badass joint we tried over at MTE or whatever.
That's cordless, right?
Yeah, that thing's a beast. But like,
I plan on ordering one.
To me, like, why would you want to have to deal with the cord? It like gets in the way all the time. You put your tool down, it's always there. It's falling off your shoulder. Even if you're like locking in your shoulder, you're holding your shoulder up the whole time at certain angles to make sure the cord don't drop. Like, just eliminate that shit,
Yeah. Yep. Just like eliminating using the ozone machine for an aerator and not having to step over the cord. Sounds like a no-brainer to me. Double A battery, put it in, and you're done. Let's take this thing. Don't you have one near you, Darin? Light it on fire or something like that.
Beautiful job.
Yeah,
beautiful job.
The old Fevor joint.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a little mini coffee table next to that chair now, because you got the aerator. You ain't gonna use that anymore.
Dude, listen, I'll just send them my way. We got some content ideas we want to start doing with those machines.
I mean, I'll smash it and send you the video.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to do like office space style or whatever, where we go outside, slow motion, me and Godfrey beat it with bats and stuff.
There you go. For sure. Yeah, we've been talking about that for a while, for sure. But
throw that up on a 5-second YouTube video clip or whatever, and boom, take the viral train out of here.
Now, there is a special lady that has a birthday today. You can mention that. I know you were probably going to mention that for her, right? Is it her birthday today, or was
Yes, it's her birthday today. It's my wife's
who's your-
birthday, Summer.
Oh, snap.
it okay?
Happy birthday, Mrs. Darin.
29.
Nice. Look at you robbing the cradle. No, I'm just joking. 1 year younger ain't nothing.
He's a baby, dude. He's 30 years old.
No, I'm just playing. So now I know you just detailed her car and you used a bio bomb on it. So did it do the job? Like, did it? What did it smell like beforehand? What was it tackling? That's what we want to know. Listen, you can be honest.
So
here.
I have a 2-year-old. He likes to throw his milk bottles.
Oh,
So underneath the second row seat where the kid seats are was just like a milk stain. And I got it on video. It was probably about this big.
It's the whole bottle, like the entire bottle. There was like a sip out of it.
It was more than one, I think. But I just threw a mini in the steamer and just got at it, dude. And it smells amazing in there now, especially with the Sugar Plum Daddy in there.
Yeah. What kind of steamer you got?
Great. It was a TikTok shop unit that they sent me. I also have a McCullough 1389 or something like that.
Okay. They're decent machines. They do the trick.
Yeah. One of my clients actually bought a Chief steamer for me to use when I'm there.
The 100?
So
with the tank in the back? Yeah.
No tank.
Oh, no tank. Okay.
Yeah.
So he bought a
might be a
steamer
one
for
tank.
you to use when you detail his car. Did I hear that right?
He's got like 10 super, like, I guess they're like limited Harleys. Like, he's got some that are airbrushed, like custom airbrush. He's got some CVOs and like just a few cars and stuff like that. But yeah, it definitely makes a world of a difference when you're detailing motorcycles to have a really good steamer.
Yeah, dude, makes a big difference. You always be able to pull the trigger and just let steam keep coming out. Like that's
right, especially at 100 psi. You know?
Absolutely, dude. Blasting all that because you can't get your fingers in there. You can squeeze little swabs in there and stuff. You got to get all the gunk. I used to have a fat boy, so like I was out there all the time with like all the things from like the kit on like the NY Foam Kings, like precision kit, like the little shark fins and shit, trying to get in here and the swab. You know what I mean? And it's like, if I back then had a nice steamer, I probably would have just steamed the shit out of it and just blew it off and been good with it. But
yeah, a lot of people, I would say most of the people in this chat probably have heard this before, but like, listen, the minis with the steamer is like the way to go, man. Like a lot of people wonder, like
it's on another level.
Yeah, they're like, oh, well, hurt the steamer. It's not going to hurt the steamer. It's the way to go. For me, when people talk to me how to do interior with a bad smell, you have to have the steamer treatment first. That's the ultimate way in my, experience of doing it and learning this product is the steamer is the way to go because you're not going to miss it. It's going to get you into those areas where you can't get in there with a spray bottle or an extractor, behind in the vents all the way back in there under the seats. So the steamers, I bought a steamer and started using it myself at the house with a steamer. I got a little TikTok one. It was Temu, actually, a Temu steamer. A little globe.
That's gotta be great.
A little globe. You know what I mean? I was like,
pull the trigger. It's like, psst. That's like all you get out of it.
It gets the job done, man.
You can air blast something with a hot blast of steam real fast. Like, psst.
Yeah, you're not going to be detailing cars with it.
Shit.
Little squirt.
Yeah. So, yeah, you won't be detailing cars. But you brought up TikTok, and I wanted to ask you about content creation and selling products on there and all that. First off, what's the weirdest product that you've ever had to sell on TikTok? Don't you say bio bars, damn it. I'm just saying, what's the weirdest?
No, I've done some weird stuff, man. So, I mean, women's bodysuits.
Okay. So how'd you do the video for that? Did you put it on?
No, I had Summer do it, but still, I mean, it's not in my niche, and I completely moved away from doing stuff that's not like.
So you're not afraid to take risks, is what you're saying.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought he was going to say he wore the damn thing.
I mean, health and beauty is probably the #1 seller on the TikTok shop.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, you got to take your swings. I respect it. Okay, so
or those boom boom sticks. I need to get you some for your nose when you got that cold air intake nose going on.
The boom boom stick. All right, so here's the nose thing. I'll tell you what goes on with that. Years ago, I got into an accident, and I was driving, and I had to swerve into a field, and it hit like a creek bank head on, So I hit my nose on it, didn't break, but basically my nose is cut here and here, and then to flip it up, and there's like this. I don't want to say it's a deviated septum, but there's this pathway through my nose that kind of messes up the breathing sometimes.
Sounds deviated to me, bro.
I don't.
If it doesn't go the way it's supposed to go, that shit's deviated.
I would say there's like, without getting too graphic, but it's definitely cut here. You can't really see it. The nose and throat doctor is amazing, but I do remember being in an emergency room and going like, yeah, I'm just gonna have to give you a couple shots and numb up your face. I said, okay, that's a couple. I wasn't really a fan of needles, but now I've been broken in. I think I had to get about, I'm not joking, 30 shots to the face. And you haven't lived until you got a needle through your cheek to hit your other cheek. So he numbed my whole face because I almost fainted because I didn't know how bad it was. The triage nurse was like,
how old were you?
I was probably like 23 at the time. And,
Godfrey,
they were like, this is like early 2000s. So I'm just like, and I'm sitting in there. And I was in there forever. And the doctor was like, why didn't someone effing call me earlier? And then I see him flip my nose up, like out of the corner of my eye. Like I was like, I almost like fainted. I was like, what is,
It's like when you slice your finger open with like a razor blade or something. Like you don't feel it throbbing until you look at it. And you're like, oh, now I feel my finger.
Yeah. Like I'm talking about, I saw my nose, like the
That's
corner
what
of my eye. I was like, what the fuck?
There it is. He got his first one in.
Yeah, there it is. But it's like, yeah, so that's why the breathing thing's there. But I don't think there's anything I can do to fix that. But it's always been off since then. So
you wouldn't be who you are, Godfrey, if you didn't breathe that way.
Yeah, but I should get the cold air intake for it.
Yeah, we love you, Godfrey.
Darth Vader time. So where were we at? We just went off on a diatribe about my stupid
TikTok products.
Yeah. So what else? So what else? What do you had? There's bodysuit. What are some other weird ones you had?
Oh, dude, I don't even want to, like, my whole basement. I have shelves of just stuff
junk
that I
future landfill shit.
They just start sending you stuff once you start selling. People just start sending you stuff. Like when you hit a certain level of success, they just start shipping you stuff.
Yeah, I've had a few companies just start sending me random stuff that I didn't ask for. And
what's the worst product you ever had? Like the one where you're like, this is a piece of crap.
Dude, I had this. Have you seen those jet blower things?
Yeah. Yeah. The little tiny, like the little one. Yeah.
So I've gotten a few of those, and a few of them work really good. Oh yeah, dude wipes too. I got a bunch of dude wipes.
How'd you do a video for that one?
Or the squatty potty. That's probably we talk about the squatty potty all the time. My squatty potty video, my whole coin purse was out in the video, and I had no idea.
You have to tell this story from the beginning because
I want to know your thought on the squatty potty in general.
So wait, hold on.
Coin purse powders, whatever.
He did a squatty potty video. So was this video on TikTok at a certain?
Yes, I posted.
Go from the beginning because I don't think people. I know a little bit of it. Go from the beginning of your coin purse story because look at Chris's face. He's like, "What happened here?" He's like, "I need to know."
Do you not watch the video before you release it? I don't understand.
No, that's a lot of the times I don't even go to edit it. I just do my takes and then just hit post. So I didn't look at all. And so I set up the camera. I got the squatty potty there. My drawers are down, dude. And I'm on the toilet acting like this with my legs up, acting like I'm having problems taking a dump. And through the little crack in between the toilet seat.
Shut up.
And the toilet itself, you could see the whole business, the whole Monty Python, dude. And I posted it.
So did someone tell you or did you get flagged?
No, I didn't get flagged.
Of course.
I posted it.
Did you catch it or did someone bring it to your attention?
No, someone messaged me. They're like, dude, you need to watch that video again. And it got like 86 views. And
that's a safe number.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like 3 minutes it was up, and
you yanked
deleted it real quick.
Okay.
How long were people calling you BB for like a week or like ball bag Darin or something like that? Were they calling you that for like or coin purse Darin for like a couple weeks after that happened?
No, Mama Llama never lets me live it down. She's like, "You scarred me for life. I'm gonna have to go to therapy." I'm like, "I'm sorry, but
that's wild.
It's just what it is."
That's wild.
Did you sell squatty potties though? Did you sell any
Chris M
squatty
said
potties?
you get any sexy DMs.
Do you want to be my sugar baby for 5K a month? No. But the worst product I've ever had was that blower, and it was like a 4-in-1 jump starter, phone charger, power bank, just like all this stuff. And I used it once, I put it away, and then I went to go make another video for it, and it would spin for like 1 second and stop. And so like it's in the garbage now, but
Yeah.
I've gotten so many jump starters, tire inflators, wrenches. I don't even want to.
Does your wife get anxiety about all the shit in your house from it? Does she like?
Yeah. Like I have a box with a pressure washer in it in this room right now.
Chris said 5K, I'd do it. Not sure you can handle my request.
No.
All right.
He gets savage in the chat sometimes. You gotta watch. Some of our people.
Listen, my license plate was savage for 1 point, so.
Yeah, Drago with a listen, first time Drago got on one of my lives, I got like 2 warnings instantly. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And it's because he was getting like a sneak vape in or something, and they were like, nah, like you can't. I was like, what?
TikTok's wild with that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Slick with it too.
There's certain things that are just you can't do on there, and because they're gonna get you. Some stuff doesn't make any sense, but there's certain things you can't say.
So weird.
And when you know it, you're like, time to end this live. We're out of here because you know it's coming. So
yeah, it's going down.
So okay. What product did you sell that you enjoyed the most though? Which it was like the funnest product that you got to sell. Dew wipes.
I mean, those are always a blast. You don't want any dingleberries hanging around down there, dude.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta have a bidet, man. It's all about the bidet.
Do you ever get food? Like, did they ever send you food to sell?
Oh, yeah. I get a bunch of pork rinds. I got pork rinds. I have a bucket of sunflower seeds, literally a 5-gallon bucket full of sunflower seeds.
Oh, man.
Are they organic? No, I'm just kidding.
Are they organic? Red dye 40 flavor.
Yeah.
Watch, man. They're sneaking that shit in on everything now.
That's funny. Dew wipes are bust. That's what the house. Dew wipes are bust. Yo,
literally.
I don't know. I feel like dew wipes are gonna bust your septic system. I feel like that's a recipe for disaster. But you know.
Oh yeah, you definitely don't flush those.
Yeah. So but you better believe that I would bet the majority of people are flushing them.
Well, first of all, it's dudes using them, so the majority of dudes would be flushing them.
Yeah.
You know, but that's probably because we don't know any better.
Yeah,
I like the lights, permanent lights on my house too.
Nice.
They came from TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's like 100 foot, and you can program them to whatever you want. I got a St. Patrick's Day theme going on right now.
That's what's up.
Nice. Yeah. So what is it like? You know, interesting that you say that because I'm when I've done content or like when I've done podcasts and stuff, I do a lot of live. Sometimes people want to like edit stuff. So you're a one take guy. You rather just do a take and not edit it type of person the way you do it.
Sometimes I do go through and like just trim up the clips, maybe add a transition, maybe some captions, but it's all in the TikTok app. Unfortunately, I need to get better at doing that. I feel like that's an issue for me, but I'm not as concerned. I try to do one take.
People like that though, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. Cool chopped up videos are dope. I love them. I'm always like blown away by what people can do with edits and templates and stuff like that or whatever. But I find myself listening to a bunch of people just talk shit for a minute all the time when I'm scrolling, you know? If somebody's got something to say that's interesting, like you don't got to add all this different stuff in it. Like if whatever you're doing is compelling enough to watch, then cool.
I feel like there's a fine line between editing a video too much. And believe it or not, folks, I have edited videos and sometimes, you know, not letting the genuineness of the person stay in the video. I feel like if you edit it too much, you could kind of accidentally crop that out. There's a fine line, but that's just me personally. Some people, you know, are just so good at editing that like, you know, it's almost, they can make it look like a different video. I've seen it, you know, you're like, was I even in that, you know, but when it comes to like content like that, I think that's pretty cool. I mean, being someone that could take it on camera, one take, I like that. That's kind of the way to shoot it, because you got to kind of rehearse the words in your head when you do it, so you become more fluent with it. That's just my take
A
on
lot
it.
of the time, the TikTok shop videos that do the best are like the ones that aren't edited at all. They just there's a lot of pauses. It's more natural, and
Mhm.
people feel a connection for that, I feel
Yep.
like,
I agree.
and
Yeah.
are more willing to purchase from someone that doesn't have like some crazy editing budget or
You said when I edit a video, I yell at myself constantly, shut the hell up.
I hate hearing myself on the video, dude. I
It's
can't
true.
stand it.
It's
I
true.
know. I'm not a fan either, but it is what it is.
I'm not a fan of listening back to myself either, personally. But people will ask me, like, do you re-listen to your whole podcast? And I'm like, not often. So I mean,
He did last week, though.
Yeah, I did
He
last
did
week.
last week.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I will, and you kind of want to critique yourself too. But I feel like in the content world, it's good to critique yourself. We're all when you're doing live content, you're your worst critic, right? There's got to be stuff that goes on that you're never gonna hear, that you're gonna hear, that the audience is gonna hear. You're like, damn it, I sounded dumb, and then you look at it from their perspective, and you're like, they didn't even see it. Like, you ask some people, and it just happens, or they catch something that you didn't catch.
Or they
Yeah, like
you
my
say
coin
something
purse.
that you didn't say.
Yep.
Or they catch somebody doing a squatty potty video and a little side angle of the old hanging jewels.
Yeah. Coin
I
purse,
do like
coin
the
purse
squatty
Darin.
potty though.
The squatty potty's the truth.
Yes, I agree.
There's a natural flow to it.
Yep, literally.
Yeah.
Literally. So now we're gonna get into that segment that everybody loves. We're gonna go into the Fast AF boy.
All right, let's get that thing going.
Let's get that thing going.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy. Come get some. I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
Do we have any idea? I don't think we have any idea. So
it's never fast. I'm telling you, we gotta come up with a better name for that.
It's like one day Portnoy. One bite, everybody knows the rules. So a little ops day. So ketchup on eggs, yes or no? This always seems to piss people off. Don't know why.
I'm calling 911. If I see that, I'm calling the police.
So no ketchup on eggs.
No, absolutely.
Okay.
Not.
Okay.
Chris, if you're in here, cook Godfrey for me real fast.
Yeah. She's in here. So how about, she's in here working her discount code. Look at that. Hold on.
Snap. Look at that.
Here. How about that? We'll right back at you. There you go. Boom.
Code Funkin 10.
Get the funkier discount code. Let's go. No. All right. So
I love it.
All right. So this is all Crocs or not?
Around the house. I got some free Crocs from TikTok, so I wear them around the house.
If you didn't get free Crocs, would you have purchased
Crocs?
No. So really, you're not a Croc guy. You're just a Croc guy by convenience.
If I was ever going to be caught dead in Crocs, it would only be around my house.
Yes.
But I would still never wear them.
Socks with Crocs, is it, or without?
Either.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't want the little nubblies on my feet,
Every time we talk about this, I have to censor myself so much.
Wow. Sounds like Christian has some ideas in his head about Croc wear.
Oh, it's so bad, dude.
With your mushroom haircut. That's what
Yeah, I know. Like, I ain't got any room to speak on that no more. That's what happens. You make yourself vulnerable for people, and then it lives forever on the internet, Well, the next thing you know, in the comments, you're gonna be some jerk off I went to high school with, like, yeah, I remember Chris when he had a mushroom cut. He was a freaking dork. You know what I mean?
Well,
hey, I graduated at 5'5", so.
Wow, really? And then you were like 6'5" now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a huge hell of a.
You're 6'5", bro.
Mm-hmm.
You got an inch on me. I'm definitely. If I see you at SEMA, we standing back to back, bro. I did this with another tall fellow.
We're like, look at the two giraffes. No, I'm just joking.
Cousin.
Yeah. All right. So rinseless or nah?
Yes.
Rinseless. Yeah. Okay. You're a rinseless guy.
But I'm not like the traditional kind of rinseless. I'll go through pre-rinse with the pressure washer. I'll do the wheels and bugs and everything else like I normally do, get the wheel arches, and then just rinseless it down. It saves me one step of rinsing, doing a final rinse.
Right.
So I agree with it. A lot of people aren't going to agree with me. I use it a lot for like cleaning out polishing pads or cleaning glass. I use it on carpets.
It's a pretty versatile product.
I use rinseless all the time. So a lot of people won't agree with me on that, but
You got a couple go-tos?
Yeah, more than a couple.
There's a lot of decent rinseless out there, so.
No, and especially within like the past 1 or 2 years, a lot of rinseless companies have came out. I'm just speaking for the ones that I've tried. DIY Detail rinseless, the version 1 I like. I haven't tried the Detail Co. I like Wipeout. I like Nighthawk CTX a lot.
Okay.
Guys, if you want to buy any of those products,
Use code
that he mentioned,
Funkin10.
Funkin 10 from the House of Rags.
There
You
you
got some
go.
great rinseless on there. I know for a fact. So
Dude, Nemesis is
Funkin10,
legit.
House of Rags.
Loki's dope too, man. I use Loki out there on my keg. It's pretty dope. I'm actually looking forward to it after it rains on Friday. I'm gonna go out and wash all the whips.
So, we already asked you that question. We're not going to see it again. What's your favorite vehicle you ever detailed?
I've done a lot of really cool ones, but my favorite is like a 05 Ford GT.
05 Ford GT, nice.
Like it.
You live in Michigan, right? So you probably get some really nice American cars because you're not that far from Detroit, right? So that
Yep.
Mopar, yeah.
I
don't think he's a Mopar guy, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Let's do it. We might as well change the thumbnail of this one right now.
Yeah. So, what's something people don't know about you that they should? Besides exposing your coin purse to people through a squatty potty.
Dude,
video.
I put a lot of my life on the internet. So something that, I mean, I guess that I graduated at 5'5", they didn't know that.
There you go.
That's a crazy growth spurt after high school, bro.
Yeah, being 18 and
yeah, that's wild. Like growing at 18 like that is wild.
You were probably like, wow, women notice me now. You got from 5'5" to 6'5". That's funny. All right. So what's your go-to playlist when you're in the trenches?
My polisher.
Okay.
Silence.
I just raw dog that shit.
Really?
Okay. Nothing. All right.
Most of the time. Yeah.
So really? You're like that. Okay. You're like that parent that rides in a home in complete silence after a long day of work. They're just like this. Just hear
dude,
the car
how can
going.
I not like listening to the 6.0, dude?
Okay.
I
That's
can't
funny.
get over it, dude.
All right. So this is Ford. I know the answer to this. Ford, Chevy, or Mopar. Which is your favorite of the three, and why?
Mopar, baby.
Ford. I got a few Chevys.
Of course. That's surprise. It doesn't surprise me one bit.
I got a few Chevys in the driveway. They're my trash cans. So
I'm not going to argue that one.
The GM guys are going to go crazy in the chat. You know, they're going to be like, my 05 Silverado is still running. And it's got rust on the back tailgate. Meh. You know, yeah, Mopars are nice. I'm a Ford guy, as you guys know. So, I mean, you know, I don't have an allegiance to a brand, but like if it's American,
I'm a big fan of the interior of a Mustang. I love all plastic textured 1980, no adaptation or growth or you're using Windows like Bing entertainment system software still. It's just pathetic.
Well, first off,
pathetic
that changed.
That car, bro.
And even if they are,
I'm not doing this with y'all.
Even if they are, if you're an audio head, you're taking that system out anyway. Like I'm Pioneer doubled in all day.
The audio head. I'm talking about the interior, bro. Your whole entire interior vehicle. I'm not trying to diss. I'm sorry. I'm getting real. But it's like all plastic.
No diss.
Textured plastic. It's textured plastic. That's it.
Is it worse than a Toyota? Is it worse than a Toyota?
doors, everything, bro. It's just textured stamped plastic. That's it. There's nothing even. I mean, they're suffering from the same problem that I feel like GM had for years before they cleaned their interiors up. Like Ford's just been struggling forever on that level, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong. The new GT, that thing's nasty. You know what I mean? Like they
All right.
cleaned it up.
How about some of the Dodges, especially the Chargers I would get in? They were like, I wasn't a fan of the interior, and it feels
Listen,
like
let's be honest with you.
they try to cover.
The trim packages on all these vehicles need to stop. That's first and foremost. You can't be offering 7 or 8 different trim levels to a vehicle, dude. It just, I mean, I like the fact that you have parts available years later or whatever. You know, obviously you can kind of interchange or whatever. But outside of that, man, like some of these Challengers and Chargers and shit you see, like them things, you shouldn't even be able to dry them things, man. Like,
I just feel like Dodges, they're like, oh, our interior's nice. We'll throw some Dre Beat speakers in here to make you look the other way. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, everybody with a Mopar, I don't even listen to our radio. I just listen to that thing hum, dog. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, buddy.
Okay. So I'm a 4 guy too. So what's your least favorite tint job to do?
Oof. Any Volkswagen or like a C6 Corvette back window.
Oh,
yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
Fitting back there's got to be a pain.
It's a pain in the ass, yeah.
Well, luckily it lifts up, but it's literally like tinting a basketball, dude. It's like this.
That's got to be a pain.
You just got to work the crease. Yeah.
A lot of heat gun action. Dude.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of heat.
Do you hate when like you might get someone that needs like a retint, their tint needs to be redone, and you got to do the back window? It's like, oh my god, here we go with the back window when they got the heating coils on it.
I just charge accordingly, and most of the time they're like, no. And I'm like, okay.
Price them out of the market strategy. I dig it. Okay.
Well, it's not even unreasonable. If they knew the amount of work that had to go through with getting tint off a rear window without messing the defrosters up, they would understand.
Yeah, well, there's always that one customer. It's like, okay, fair, let's do it. And you're like, oh my god.
I'm like, I'm still making my money, and you know, it's gonna look a million times better after the fact. So
yeah. Gotcha.
That's why I install ceramic film. I don't want to have a problem 10 years down the road where the film's purple or bubbling or this or that.
Yeah.
All right. Android or iPhone? I already know the answer to this, but go ahead.
iPhone all day. Boo.
Except your camera looks like an Android tonight.
Yes.
Oh, Godfrey, your camera's an Android. You know, we can't see you. Now it's reversed on the stream.
How the tables.
That's because literally I couldn't even. Godfrey, you got to sit this close. Yeah. Like, hey, what's up, guys? How we doing? Welcome to the Funkin Homies. I'm Godfrey.
Well, no, it's because my camera's built into my laptop. I'm going to get a new camera next week so you guys can, you know, see my face farther away and you can have this broad picture. You know, I hope like things pop up and that will scar you forever in the video that you get to see a bigger picture. But, you know, whatever.
Don't flatter yourself. It ain't that big.
No, I ain't saying that. I'm just saying in general, like, oh my God, look at all that in the background. But anyway, listen, so I know this is the one you guys all been waiting for, you know. So we're going to play it right now. Snickers Army. Mount. So we're gonna dub we're gonna dub them the Snickers Army now. So the question of the night,
so y'all need
Snickers
kids, hide your wife.
Yep. Snickers vein up or vein down?
I like to get 2 of them and stack them vein up and vein down. So you get both of them.
Everybody, I can tell people like this segment because everybody are coming prepared with the like circus answers now. So let me. So you're telling me you're going to get 2 of them? I mean, just for illustration purposes, here we have a Snickers.
Godfrey, you cannot keep eating a Snickers bar at 10 o'clock at night every single Tuesday.
Making a beast with 2 backs, you know.
I don't know if you know this, but this is actually says red dye free on the package. So you're saying back to back like this? Is this what you're saying?
Oh yeah.
So back to back. So really what you're saying is...
And then I turn it sideways, too, so I can get it on the sides of the cheese.
So you're a vein... So Darin is a vein 360 guy. That's what we're going to call him now. He's a vein 360 guy.
V to V action.
Yeah. King size 360. Okay. That's the answer we got on that.
Thanks, bro.
When 2 Snickers get together, you know?
Nice. All right. So now we're done with that. We're going to end it with a couple serious questions. advice for people getting into tinting and content creator. You pick one of the two. Any advice you have for people getting into content creation or tinting or even detailing, wherever you want to go with that. First thought that comes to mind.
Both, and just start.
Okay. So
I
to
mean,
expound
as
on
far
your
as as
go ahead.
far as tinting goes, I would try to have a piece of film in your hand every day. Practice on your car, practice on your old lady's car, practice on the crackheads down the street. You know.
Crackers don't have cars. Where we from?
Well,
Oh,
they could
okay.
they could be living in the car, and you want to help them with the sunlight coming in. So there could be the house, really a house car, not a running car.
So out here, the crackheads will steal the Mopars, and then they have a car.
Yep, and it got
That
tinted
makes
then.
sense. They definitely want to tint it at that point.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, dirty
All
money
right.
van.
So, yeah. So basically, to expound on your thought, what you're saying is, hey, don't be fancy, just do it. Don't have to buy a million products before you start. Although, if you bought all your products from Thor and Biobombs, we would appreciate that. Funkin 10,
For 10%
but
off.
yeah, pop it off, Funkin 10. But if you're going to do that, buy from us. But if not, use what you have. Jump into it. There's nothing perfect. Practice
Reach
makes
out
perfect.
to tin companies.
Yeah, take your swings.
They'll send you samples.
There's a beautiful thing
stuff
called
to practice
YouTube.
with.
Yeah,
absolutely, dude.
What about being a content creator? Like,
I just started filming myself, dude.
Okay.
And you can't be afraid to just get in front of the camera. Who cares what anyone else has to say?
Well, that's the biggest thing, right? Is like you. That's where I think, and I've struggled with that at certain times.
Yeah,
I mean, not as much. Like you're afraid about what people are going to think of you, and I think that's the last thing you should really think about, because you're going to have a moment when you're like, I want to make content, and then you're going to watch content. And you're going to be like, I can't believe people actually are entertained by this guy. You're going to have that thought, and you're going to, I could do that. TikTok has really taught people that, like, people are watching this guy for hours on end. Like, maybe people think that about Funkin Homies. You're like, they're watching these guys. I don't know, but yeah, I agree with you.
Podcast,
Yeah. Why not?
Shout out to everybody that's still here. We've approached the 1 hour mark, so the gloves are off usually at this point at the pod.
Well, I feel like it was front loaded, like the Snickers, this week, as far as the craziness. So
I actually feel like this week was a very calm podcast compared to the past weeks we've had. Yeah.
Darren's like, why you guys gotta calm it down when I get in here? We had to have it after last week. Like, and that Snickers answer. I mean, I thought someone was gonna be upset at that. Nope, not a mention of that one. That was like right between the eyes.
I so clipped that.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. Oh, I should make a clip and just throw it out there tonight. Opus clip it up. But all right, so one question Christian likes to ask, and we ask everybody: loyalty or respect? Pick one.
Loyalty, because my circle is small, and I want the people around me to be the most loyal. I could give a rat's if someone respects me. I mean, unless it's to my face, then that's what it is. But I'd rather have someone be loyal.
Interesting. Christian seems
I'm satisfied, man.
He seems about all right. I hear you on that one.
The only thing the kid ain't got me with is the Fords. Outside of that, I feel like he's pretty decent.
So yeah, where can they find you, Darin? See some of your content. Let them know.
It's Darin Bassett on pretty much everything. So
M18 Darin on TikTok.
Yeah, if you search M18 Darin anywhere, Instagram, TikTok, you'll find me.
Aren't you doing a bio air freshener bar giveaway you were telling me about or something? You want to tell them?
Yeah, I am giving away 3 bio bars: Poppin' Cherry, Fresh as F, and we got Iced Out.
Okay.
So I'm giving away those. All you have to do is follow me, follow the BioBombs account, and tag someone in the comments, and you have a chance to win a free bio bar.
There you go.
That's what's up.
There you go. Follow us all. You can get that.
And people are commenting on my video right now. I just got an alert. So
there you go.
They tag someone in the comments for me.
Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, Dave.
So with that being said, folks, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. We're gonna actually end this on, for one of these times, like closer to on time than not. This is a first for us. Have fun tonight, Darin. You have any parting words for anybody before we do, or?
drive fast, eat ass.
360
it.
vein.
I couldn't get to the sensor bar fast enough. Take it easy, everybody. Stay fresh. We'll catch you next week.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.